Hello, everybody. This is Scott Speth with Agent Mastermind. So excited to be here with you guys. Honored to be here. Happy New Year. I'm going to get started with one of my favorite classes and one of the things that I think is the biggest time waster on planet Earth, which is email. And I'm going to help you, give you some tricks, give you some apps, show you a couple things that you maybe already knew but weren't using, or maybe you didn't know about it and now can start using to make your life easier, free up a ton of time in your day so you can work on high-producing, money-making activities. So here we go. Let's get this started. So first off, I love this quote. It's not enough to be busy, so are the ants. The question is, what are you busy about? So a lot of times I have a couple of my friends that I've helped with this, and they said they were spending an hour to 2 hours in their email. And here's the crazy thing about that. Email is broken. Information overload costs the U.S. economy, listen to this, $900 billion per year. A large part of the figure is the cost of unnecessary interruptions and resultant recovery time. So what they're saying is how many interruptions you have, and then how long it takes you to recover from those interruptions. Recovery time can be as much as 10 to 20 times that of the original interruption. So they're saying one little interruption could take you, I've seen people, I think the studies show 10 to 15 to 20 minutes to get back to where you originally were to begin with when you were working on a project. So, and I'm telling you, a lot of notifications going on, a lot of emails coming in, and it's just, for me or for anybody that I work with, it's just a time waster. There's no money there, and the best part about this is you can have somebody else manage it for you. So let me just share with you. One of the biggest challenges I see is we are, as a nation, a lot of us are reactive, in that we react to whatever comes first. We get up in the morning, and the first thing we do is look at our phone, look at our emails, look at our social media sites, what's going on, and it's just so poisoning to our systems, because especially if something bad happened overnight, or if you get an email that maybe you didn't see before you went to bed and now it's there, it just ruins your whole day. The productivity that you would have had not seeing that is gone for the rest of the day, because now you're reacting to whatever happened. And I've never seen anybody die from not checking their email until 11 o'clock, and we're going to talk about that. So let's just move on here. So reactive is one of the biggest things. So the hardest part is staying out of your inbox. You have to work off a schedule, no exceptions. I mean, this is kind of how we do it. So we don't check our emails until 11 o'clock. That's just one of our things that we do. So 9/11, do MMA, money-making activity work. It can be stuff from email yesterday, but it's not checking your emails. Now, this is one of the hardest. I've been reading tons of blog posts about this, about people who have turned off the notifications. We're going to talk about that. But it's really just a habit. You have a habit of checking your email. You have a habit of going to Facebook. You have a habit of checking, just hanging out and just being there. So it's just a matter of changing your habits. And there's been a ton of research done on habits, and they could be anywhere from, they say, 2 months to 5 years to change habits, but the majority of the tests that were proven were like 2 months. So the same thing every day for 2 months straight is going to help you change your habits. So this is the schedule that we go by. 9 to 11, do MMA stuff. 11 to 11:30, process emails. And I'm going to give you a very specific system to process your emails and get out of your inbox. So you have to pick a time and stick to it. You got a break for lunch. And then, maybe check your social media if you want to. I don't think you need 30 minutes for social media, but if you give yourself a time limit, it's okay. Just know that when that timer goes off at 1:30, you're out of there and you're on to doing something else, money-making activities. Back to then 1:30 to 3, money-making activities. And then, of course, you can finish up your day with your emails from 3 to 3:30. And then have in your calendar, go home. I mean, I think you should have in there when you should go home, when you're going to work out. This morning I had to pick up, my daughter got new tires on her car, so I put in my calendar, pick up tires. I put everything in there, so I schedule my day around that. And it's amazing how much more productive you can actually be. So I'm going to cover some really cool tools to help you and labels to help you get in your inbox, get out, cycle through them, and get out of there. So one of the things I'm going to ask, man, and this is huge, 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 one of the biggest time vampires, I call it a time vampire, is notifications. Facebook, Google, email, everybody's got, I mean, when I go to visit places and hang out with people, like literally they got like vibrating, beeping, going off here and there, and everything's going on. you have to turn those off. I can't even tell you. Remember when we talked about reaction? You know, like people try to spend their whole lives controlling their lives instead of letting their lives letting their lives control them instead of trying to control their lives. So it's just a huge. So like if you have notifications on your computer, Mac, PC, it doesn't matter. Turn them off. Nothing bad's going to happen. But I'm telling you, it ruins your day because you see it, you hear it, and it's one more distraction to keep you from making the money-making activities. Same thing with your phone. You got to turn your. I have 0 notifications on my phone. I don't know when I get any emails. I don't know when I get any phone calls. Nothing shows up until I physically go there and check it. Okay? It's really easy to do. Just go to your notifications, whether it's Droid or Apple. Turn them off, and then when you want to check your email, you just click on the email button, and boom, they show up. When you want to go to Facebook, guess what? The notifications show up. When you want to get text messages, boom, guess what? They're there. You're just not seeing that you got 5 text messages right now, which is going to distract you and keep you from the money-making activities. So turn those off. I can't even tell you what this will do. Now, it's going to be hard at first. It's going to be really hard at first. Getting used to this because you're used to picking up your phone every 30 seconds and looking at the notifications, right? That's what we all do. New mail, it's like standing at your mailbox, literally your snail mailbox, and opening the door over and over and over again thinking something's going to show up. Same thing, it's just get out of that. So why Gmail? I'm going to show you some of my favorites, and I'm sure I'm not going to cover them all. We don't have time today, but there's so many things in Gmail that make it so awesome. The first one is it's free, but let me just start. Automatically, I don't know if you knew this or not, I think Outlook does this now too, it automatically puts everyone you email in your contacts. So when you get an email and you respond to that email, boom, it gets thrown into your contacts. Now, I've met with many agents and said, hey, where's your contact list? I really don't have paper here and Excel here. And I said, let's go to your email and check it out. If you click on contacts, it shows you how many are there. It's amazing how many people had 200, 300, 400, 1,000, 2,000 people that they've emailed over the years back and forth because that's how we all communicate. And boom, you have an amazing database of people that you've communicated with, interacted with, probably done business with, and now you have their email address. So just sending out really cool emails to engage with them would be an easy thing to do. Share your Gmail login so someone else can manage it. I'm going to show you a really cool trick so that they can see your email, but they don't get your login and password. They can send, receive, reply, delete, archive, whatever. My virtual assistant does this for me, and I'm telling you, it's the biggest, most freeing thing I've ever done in my life. And I'll show you how to do that. Calendars in the cloud that others can manage. Others can share with their calendar with you. You can share your calendar with them. You can share calendar with anyone and everyone. Appointment notices sent to others for an on-time appointment. I'm telling you, this is probably one of the biggest things that helps me, helps my clients show up on time, help other people show up for their own appointments, because I physically send them a notification that they have to click yes or no, I'm going, and it automatically puts it in their calendar. This is one of the most important things, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Task list is in the crowd if you're a big task list person. Filters so you can delegate 99% of your inbox. I'm going to show you the inbox, the Gmail right now, and how to get rid of your spam. Filters to remove the garbage, spam, and delete it. I'm going to show you how to set up filters so you never see those spam emails again. Here's the thing. If you open a spam email and you click on anything, they can register that you opened it and which email opened it. They can see that. Now, that's okay, and then they'll just send you another email, and that verifies to them that you are a live person because you opened it. And, of course, they may be selling your email or whatever, so that a lot of times when you start opening spam emails, you'll notice you get even more spam emails. So I'm going to show you how to set up filters so that they you don't even have to open them. You see them, you filter them, they automatically go to your delete bin. You never see them again. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Documents are in the cloud, so I'm not going to cover too much on documents. That's just an amazing tool there. Have all your emails come to one email. I don't know how many people I've met that have 3, 4, 15 emails, and they got to log in, log out to different ones to get all their emails. It's so easy to set up the filtering to forward to one email. And then the cool part is, I think I put it next, you can send from any email you wish. I'm going to show you how to do that. Tons of storage. It's free, and it's the cheapest still to date of storage for documents, for emails, and stuff like that. You don't have to delete anything. There's just so much room there. You can archive old emails, not delete, get them out of the view. So I literally have, I don't know how many thousands of emails that I've never deleted. I haven't deleted an email in I don't know how many years, but tons there. Use Gmail for farming or marketing. Like, for example, if you live in a subdivision that's called autumnwoods@gmail.com, you'll know that any email that comes from there comes from that marketing piece. Great way to do it. It's free, and you can track it that way, see if anything came in. Same search function as Google. It has the algorithm. If you go to Google and search, Google says, I'm going to show you the best result for whatever you type in that box within a nanosecond. That's the same search function that Google Gmail has. It's amazing, and I'm going to show you that. Multiple emails, canned responses for quick responses, and so much more. So let's do this. So I have a little surprise. So if you have a full inbox, which I know a lot of people do, right now, ending 2014, I'm going to show you how to archive every single one of them, but not delete it, not get rid of it. It's still going to be there, but I'm going to get it out of your site so you can start fresh. I'm going to show you that at the end. Really cool, easy way to do it, and then you can label this every year after year after we go forward. So the only labels you're going to need, and this is by far the best part of the thing, is reply, waiting, and all mail. So there's a couple labels you'll need. You need a reply label, and you need a waiting label. I'm going to show you why in just a second, and I'm going to show you how to set those up. So you'll notice my inbox, it has all mail, reply, and waiting, and then, of course, more, which is like more of a lot of other stuff. So these are the big three that I'll show you, and I'm going to show you why you need those and explain why you need those, and then how to only have those labels and how to have an inbox that looks just like this. Sound good? All right, cool. All right, so only spend at most 30 minutes a day in your inbox. I don't know. I don't even know if I spend that because I have somebody managing it for me. But of course, he does a lot of the legwork with the spam coming in and knows how to filter them. It's real easy to do, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So, rule number one: don't check your email until 11 o'clock. I challenge you. I challenge you to try this for 30 days. If you try this for 30 days, you're going to have literally it'll be so uncomfortable. So, I don't know, you might even have anxiety. You might be, I don't know, just it's going to feel so weird because it's such a habit to get in there and check and respond and reply and just all this stuff before 11 o'clock. Put something else in that spot before 11 o'clock, maybe the gym, maybe money-making activities that you didn't finish yesterday, farming an area, walking, delivering the flower pot strategy, delivering, I don't know, calling past clients from 9 to 11. We have a thing where every Monday from 9 to 11, we are on the phone calling past clients, current clients, future clients, whatever, and nothing gets in the way of that, nothing. So I challenge you to do that. Let's set up your reply. So I'm going to show you how to set up the reply and the waiting, and then I'm going to dive deep into why you want to do that, okay? So to set up your reply and waiting labels, if you don't already have them, this is how you do it. So you would click on the little settings tab right here. Click on the settings, click on the gear, and then the settings, and then you're going to see this thing called labels on the left-hand side. And then the next one you're going to see is scroll down a little bit. If you don't have any labels, it'll be right there for you. And then you're just going to click on Create New Label. And you're going to type in reply, name of the label, and then click Create. And then that's going to show up. And you're going to do the same thing for waiting, okay? So reply and waiting, and I'm going to explain why those two and only those two and why you really don't need anything else, okay? So once you set these up, you're going to see that here they are, reply and waiting, and then you can change the color of them. You can change it green, red, whatever. There's a ton of colors. All you do is hold over it, click this little arrow button right here, label color, and then you choose a color, and then it kind of, just, I don't know, lightens up your day or lightens up your inbox. You want to make sure and click the show button, make sure it's showing all the time, and then the in-message list is show. So let's make sure those two are checked, which they should be, and then the color, all right? So the reply label, this is what this means. Someone is requesting you to do something with or without a deadline. Examples including submitting reports, verifying something, and taking taking on any task. Someone is asking you to respond to something, but it requires more deep thoughts from you to respond. Examples including people asking for your opinion or asking about your availability or an event, showing, weekly report, whatever. Listing, you can put anything you want in there. After you've replied to the emails in this folder, you then move them to the archive folder. Within Gmail, it's easy. And I'm going to show you how to automatically send and archive. And that's one of the biggest things is people send or reply to an email, and then it just stays in their inbox. I'm going to show you how to reply and then archive it. Even if you're maybe not answering the question you want to reply back, it's just gone and out of your way and you did what you needed to do and then you're just waiting, okay? You remove the reply label by clicking on the X next to label name, so we won't worry about too much about that. But here it is. So see how it says reply there and it's got an X there and voicemail. I'll explain all this in just a second, but it's this is the pretty cool stuff here. So waiting label. Typical emails that come in waiting in the waiting label. So tracking codes for so you're waiting for something to come. So like when you order something on Amazon, which I do all the time, it's like Amazon's my favorite place. I want to know when it's coming, when it's being shipped, so I'm going to wait for that email to come. So I'm going to get it out of my inbox and then put it in the waiting label or folder so that when it does come in, I can just go there, check it, boom, and keep it there and know when it's coming and have the tracking numbers and all that stuff, okay? Shipping track numbers, online shipping. Another one will be the delegated a task. So say you gave your assistant or seller or buyer or anything that you physically sent to somebody and you're waiting for them to reply or waiting for them to complete something. That would be a waiting label. Like you sent it, you attached the waiting label to it, and now you're waiting for it to come back. So at the end of the day or end of the week, however often you check your waiting folder, I would do it once a day. And if you do it once a day, it literally take you 30 seconds to go, got it, and you just remove the labels and you're all done. I'll show you what that means. Really super simple to do. So attach the waiting label to it, respond, and then now you're waiting for something to come back, and it's in there. And now, in case they maybe didn't get the email, maybe they just forgot about it, and you're like, holy, okay, it's been a day, and I haven't got this back, and I should have had it back an hour ago or 10 hours ago. You can, pick up the phone and call us, as far as how urgent it is. All right. Confirmation from someone. Examples including asking another person if she or she received something from you, like an email, attachment, sales agreement, home inspection. Hey, I just wonder when the home inspection is going to be done. Okay, it'll be done January 20th. Okay, so you put it in your waiting label, January 20th. You look at it and go, okay, I haven't got it yet. Where's it at? I can get on it. Your assistant can do that too, so it's just a great way to do it. So reply and waiting, that's kind of makes sense. So here's the 2-minute rule, okay? When you open your inbox at 11 o'clock, I challenge you to not do it till 11. If it can be done in less than 2 minutes, do it now. And I would probably put this to 1 minute, but I'll give you 2 minutes, okay? So if the email can be done in 2 minutes, just do it. Be done with it. Don't wait. Don't put it off. Don't, okay, I want to make it reappear later. Just do it right then and be done with it, okay? Remember, send and reply. I'm going to show you how to turn that on at the end. The value in this rule is that you go through your inbox really fast and initially process only what is necessary. If someone needs a quick response, you've taken care of that. If an email needs more attention, you can work on that later and prioritize which email gets the most attention after your inbox is processed at GBOX Zero. We call it GBOX Zero. So here's the thing. If somebody's sending you an email, nobody is dying and no one is on fire. So it's not like they are saying, they're not going to send you an email and say, hey, Scott, the building's on fire, you need to get out. They're going to pick up the phone and call you. So it's not, I think people think that when I get an email, I have to respond like ASAP right now, or like they think something's wrong. Not the case with an email. And you just need to get over that. So 1 to 2 minutes, get it out of there until you get to GBOX Zero. And then if stuff takes longer, of course, then we'll go to the next one. So check email, process inbox. Does it take longer than 2 minutes to process the email? Reply right away, put email in archive folder, process inbox. If it does it take longer than 2 minutes? Yes. Put it in the reply folder because you have to reply to it, but it's not something you can do in 2 minutes or less, so you'll get to it later. Got it? Maybe you need to find some information. Maybe you get an email saying, hey, I want to look at this house, and I want to know this, 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 and this, and it's not even your listing, and you got to get some information to it. So one, you could reply and say, hey, I will get that to you within the next hour, and then of course attach the reply label to it so you don't forget, and then go get the information and then get it. But that's the whole concept behind this. If you can do it less than 2 minutes, do it. If you can't, then put it in the reply folder. Okay? Now, if somebody's managing this for you, that's the cool part. They can only leave the reply folders open for you, and then they can a lot of times answer or delete or archive a lot of the spam that's coming in and get that to zero. All right? Huge time saver, Gmail search. This is the craziest, coolest search function. That's why if you archive everything instead of delete it, I would recommend never to delete anything unless it's true spam. I'm going to show you how to set that up. But Gmail search, again, the algorithm of the Gmail search allows you to search anything. And I'm going to go through, like, when I say anything, a word in an email, a attachment. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. So if I put in the search function an email from Vicki Rice, VickiRice3@gmail.com, it's going to pull up every email she's ever sent me. A little trick here that I didn't actually put in this presentation, but see these arrows right here where it shows one arrow and then two arrows? See that? That means that if it has two arrows, it came to more than just me. There was more people attached to that email. It's a little trick. Even if there's a blind carbon copy to this, Gmail alerts you to that you were sent this email, but someone else also got the email when it looks like it was just you. So just a little trick that I like to show people. The one email, the one arrow says that's just to you, okay? Like that. So it's going to pull up anything you want. Now here's the other cool thing. The search capability, if you open it up, is the from. I can open up the search, and I'll show you how to do this. So just click the little arrow above, but put in the from email. I can put the to, I sent to Vicki. The subject was this, has the words sales agreement, has the words listing agreement, has the words listing, has the words purchase agreement, whatever. It'll pull up anything from Vicki that has the words purchase or whatever I want to put in there. Doesn't have, if you're only looking for an attachment, like, man, I know it had, I know there was an attachment, I know she sent me an attachment, it was just last week. I'm going to go search Vicki Rice 3, has an attachment, click search, and it's only going to pull up the emails from Vicki that had an attachment. Really quick, really fast, done deal, no problem. All right, here's how to set filters, okay? So when you go to set a filter, look at all the options you can have. So this is what I do for my spam stuff that go in, and this is what my virtual assistant does for my spam also, is when he sees spam come in, and I've alerted him to what is spam and what isn't, he will set up a filter that says skip the inbox and delete it. Now, there's every once in a while you're going to get an email that for some reason from this one person, from some business or whatever, automatically goes to your spam folder for some weird reason, okay? The other part you can set up is a filter so it never goes to your spam folder. So you would set up a filter. You wouldn't do really anything to it. You would just come in here and say never send it to spam. So it's alerting Gmail like, hey, this is coming from somebody that I know, I trust it. Please don't send it to spam anymore, okay? So you can remove that because sometimes it's just, I don't know why, it just from that person goes to spam, okay? Maybe it's a word or the name or something like that in the email. Always mark as important, never mark as important, exclude from, so I can do all kinds of stuff. I can forward it to somebody if I want. Like, perfect example is I have my Google Voice set up so that if it comes in, it automatically gets forwarded to my assistant who then takes care of the voicemail, or if she can't take care of it, forwards it back to me and says, hey, you need to call this one. So it reduces the amount of people that I need to call back. If a file is in processing, or there's I have a team in place of people that take care of stuff after the initial sales agreement and all that stuff is done. If I have a team, then I really am kind of out of the loop, so it should go to the people that are taking care of the file and know if the appraisal come in or home inspection was done or pest inspection was done. I'm just a third party now, so if they can call back and say, hey, I got your voicemail, Scott sent me your voicemail that's saying you were wondering about the home inspection, and hey, it's scheduled for tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Boom, you're out of there, you're on to making money, making activity. So if you know that voicemails are coming in, you want to delegate your voicemails to somebody else. It's really easy to forward every voicemail that comes in through your Gmail if you use Google Voice. We're not going to cover that today, but I would highly recommend checking Google Voice out. It's an amazing feature that Google provides for free and gives you a number, usually locally in your area. So, all right? We'll answer questions at the end, too. So Gmail filters, delegation. Gmail filters allow you to manage the flow of incoming messages using filters. You can automatically label, archive, delete, star, or forward your email. Even keep it out of spam, like I talked about, as based on the combination of keywords, sender, recipients, and more. All right? So checkbox, here's how to set a filter. I'm going to show you how to do it real quick. So when you get an email in, say it's, you know what, and I'm going to actually do this right now live, if you don't mind. I'm going to open my email. Let me just do this really quick. Let me just make this a little bigger so you guys can see it. All right. And I'm going to click on my Gmail here. So when I open my email, this is the email from today, and I have this is all I have is emails from today. Some of these are spam that I really don't need to see ever. So this guy, web design and development services, don't need it, don't want it. So I'm going to show you how to set up a filter so I never see an email from this guy again. Okay? So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to do a little checkbox there. I'm going to click on more. And I'm going to click on filter messages like this, and I have this all picture-oriented in the PowerPoint, so to get a copy of it and kind of walk through the steps, just get with the loan professional that sent you here, and they can send you a copy of this. So click on the little box, click filter messages like this, and then it's from t.bell056@yahoo.in, and I'm going to go create filter with this search, okay, because it's from him, and that's what I want to filter. It's going to open up that box that I showed you before, and I'm going to go skip the inbox and delete it, all right? And then I'm going to also apply, if there was any other emails, it would show up a bunch of them here, and then I'm going to also apply filtering to one matching conversation, which is the one that he sent me originally, and I'm going to create filter. So within just a second, that email from that guy is gone, and I'll never see it again. See that? Pretty cool. That's how you set up a filter and never see emails from. Now, I didn't even open it, so it didn't track it saying, oh, he opened it, he's a real person, I'm going to send him more emails, or I'm going to sell his email because it's a real person. People do that. He doesn't even know that I even got the email, and he doesn't know anything about it. And if he sends me emails, who cares? It's going to go into my deleted folder. I'm good with that. Cool? So that's how to get out of your inbox there as far as your spam folder. All right, so that's how to set that up, create filter, and I walk you through it right here. Skip, delete, and be done with it. All right, here's how to tag an email to reply or waiting. This is how cool this is, all right? I'm going to go live and show you this really quick. So when you're in your inbox, say that I want to, let me just refresh this because it's not showing right. Sometimes it does that and doesn't give you the reply in the waiting folder for some weird reason. So see, I guess I have my sent folder there too, so I want to see which ones I sent. But reply, voicemail, and waiting. So those are the couple folders I have. Voicemail, I just have the Google Voice, so I have that showing whenever I want. To change the color, you would just click on this label color, and that's the kind I showed you in the picture. But here's how cool this is. So say that I open this up and I go, all right, I want to reply to this one. I open it up, and okay, I got to get this, blah blah blah, and I want to reply to it, but I don't have the information right now. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to left click on the reply, and I'm going to slide it over. Boom. And the conversation has been added to reply. Learn more, undo, whatever, and I'm done. So if I click the archive button, guess what? It's out of my inbox and now in the reply folder for me to get to it later when I have the information. At the end of the day, I go through the reply folder and go, can I reply to any of these? If I look in the reply folder, I have one from Chase there that I just put in there. Now here's the cool part. If I want to say, all right, I did this already, I replied to the update, or I'm going to open it up and reply to it. All right, I'm going to reply, and then boom, and then here's the little button opens up that says remove label, and boom, it's gone. It's gone. It's in archive. It's not in my inbox, and it's not in my reply label, so I'm 100% done with it. Okay? Here's a couple other ones I have in here that I'm going to sign up for a tennis league. I put in the reply because I don't have the information to do it right now, so I'm going to do it later. Another one from Steve that I got that is helping me with something that I'm working on that I have to reply with him with some information, and that's it. Okay? Pretty simple. All right, cool. So that's how you, or check this out. So if I'm in my inbox and I want to add a reply label to John Miller, okay? John Miller just came in, so I'm going to just drag it over. I don't even need to open it. I just know I can't reply to it right now, or that's the waiting. So I dragged the wrong one, so I'm going to drag it back. All right, so you can remove it that way. So I'm going to drag the reply label there. You can move it that way. See how these two arrows are here? I know it was sent to many people, even though it was a blind carbon copy. See that? Sent to many people, sent to many people, sent to me. So it wasn't specifically to me. It was sent to a bunch of people. So it's kind of knowing, okay, maybe this is a spam email. I don't really need to see it because it's sent to a ton of people, not just me. It wasn't specific to me. This is one way that my virtual assistant knows if it's spam or not. If it's sent to just me, of course, he'll read it and say, hey, okay, this is for you. I'll leave it there and mark it on red. No big deal. All right? Cool, cool. Back to the show from current slide. All right, got a lot of good stuff. So if you're a label person and you want to label every single thing on planet Earth, go for it till your heart's content. You can have unlimited number of labels. You can have 1,000 of them if you want. You can have every client's name. You can have buyers, sellers. You can have, I mean, just let your mind go wild if you want. Now, remember, you don't need that, because if you wanted to, you could search anything right here. You can search buyers. You can search sellers. You can search a specific person from an email. You can search a subject. Look at this. So I'm going to search. Let me just do this. Let me go all, and I'm going to find a word. So let me go our favorite creature, comfort. All right. I don't know. This is so I'm going to put in the word favorite here. Okay. And just go, I know that the person said something about their favorite house, F-A-V-O-R-I-T-E, favorite. Now, it should go find that email. There it is right there. It'll search a word in an email. It'll search anything you want. Like, all you have to do is remember something about it, their name. You can search specific, just the name. If I want to search a name and an attachment, maybe I don't even remember the email. So I'm just going to search Vicky. And then I'm going to search has an attachment. Maybe it'll search any Vicky that's ever sent me an attachment, and of course it's probably only going to be Vicky. But here's every email from Vicky, and then over here you'll see the attachments. Like, they all have attachments here. Pretty cool. All right. So you don't really have to label everything. You can always search for it, and it's 10 times faster for me to search for it than it is to go find a label. Like, click more, go scroll through all my labels, and then click on the label, and then click on the email, when it's just faster to go search for it and then has that in it. It's just so much faster. Okay? All right. We'll get questions at the end. And Lindsay, if you can just look and see if there's any like questions that are repetitive, maybe let me know when we're done here. So you can have multiple email addresses if you're like trying to sign up for something. Just so you know, when you have one email, any of these email combinations work. So if you put a period in between any of the letters and send it email, this is a great way to track if you're sending an email to somebody and they're creating a spam email out of it, or like whatever. If you sign up for a trial of something and you want to just track it to see if what comes back in that email, it'll still come to you. It's pretty cool. So Gmail allows for that. You get all three of these, and if you want to put the email plus whatever you want to put here. So if I put ScottyBud23 plus, see, I signed up for Infusionsoft. ScottyBud23 plus Infusionsoft@gmail.com. I'll still get that email, but it'll have Infusionsoft in it, knowing that I signed up with that email. All right? Pretty cool. Okay, Google Calendars. This is one of my favorites by far, is the coolest, and I got a couple things to show you with Google Calendars. Well, my dear friend Pinky enlightened my life and showed me a really cool app that she shared with me the other day, and I thought, you know, Pinky, I don't really need it. I'm already doing the Google Calendar thing. And then the very next day I went to schedule something with somebody, and you guys ever sent an email to somebody and said, hey, I'm open Wednesday, what time works for you? And you're like, oh boy, here we go. Email back and forth, back and forth. Hey, how about you? Well, 2 doesn't work, blah, blah. So I'm going to show you how to, you guys like my blah, blah, blah? Like, okay, cool. Google Calendar. So Google Calendars, I'm going to go live with this, but I just want to show you how cool this is. Now, and you have to, with every appointment, take 1 extra second and do this, and your show-ups will be so much, I mean, they'll just be there. It works amazing. So I'm going to go to my calendar, which is up here in the right-hand side, little box here, boom, calendar. And I set up one today. Let's just set up one right here. Say that I got a Thursday appointment at 1 o'clock, and it's a demo appointment, all right, for whatever. And I'm going to put Kevin. Create event or edit event. So I can do one of 2 things. I can put it on, if I share calendars, I can, choose whose calendar I want to put it on. So if your partner or assistant is working with you and they're scheduling stuff for you, you can share your calendar. Like I can see Vicky's and she can see mine. She can put stuff on my calendar for me, and it's automatically there. It's pretty cool. So you can have somebody manage your calendar for you. You can edit the event. Here's the cool part about this. So a lot of things going on here. I got the date. I got the time. You can put in here where the location is if you want to, if it's an address. Now here's the best part I like about this, is I can add people that I'm going to meet with. So say that Kevin's going to meet with me. I'm going to put Kevin in here and put his email in here. Now here, watch what happens when I added his email to this appointment in Google. Now you would want to do this if you're meeting with a buyer, a seller, anybody, home inspector, pest inspector. If you're meeting with somebody, or just maybe a phone call, this would be this would be a huge time saver for you. So you schedule it. Okay, I'm going to talk to Kevin on Thursday at 1 o'clock, and boom, it's done, it's set. So I'm going to put his email in there. It doesn't matter what email he has, whether he uses Outlook or whatever. I'm going to put his email in there, and I'm going to click Save. Now watch what happens. Send invitations. Would you like to send invitations to guests? If you push Send, it's going to send them the invitation to their email and go boom. And I'm not going to do it to Kevin because, of course, he'd go, what the heck is this? So I'm not going to. I'm just going to put Do Not Send. If somebody gets added to the appointment, like, hey, my girlfriend's coming with me. Hey, what's her email? Boom. Go back here, add a guest, put an email in there. Boom, add, push send it to everybody again. I'm telling you, this little thing right here will help you with your appointments tremendously. There's one other thing I'm going to show you too, but this Google Calendar thing is huge. The other cool thing about Google Calendar, say that this appointment right here says, hey, I can't make it at 1, but I can do 2. After you schedule it, I had something come up. You don't have to redo anything. All you do is go, all right, you just drag it down to 2 o'clock right there. Would you like to update guests of your changes? If you push send, they get another notification saying, hey, we moved it from 1 to 2. Boom. Send or cancel changes. So I'm going to put don't send just because he doesn't know what I'm talking about there. Isn't that cool? Even if I want to change days, say that we go from, hey, I can't do Thursday at 2, but I can do Friday at 8 a.m. Perfect. I'm going to just move it up to 8 a.m. Do you want to change? Don't send. Boom. Okay, you're done. So you just move stuff around wherever you want. Anybody can do this for you, and then you get, of course, can get notified if someone's doing it for you just by putting your email in there. Pretty cool. All right? So love Google Calendar. Got some more tricks for you. So in this presentation, I show you how to I take pictures of everything, add guest, change the time. You can have it repeat if you want to. If you go to the gym the same time every day, you can have it repeat. You can change the notification, how early it alerts you when the pop-ups come up. This is one I wouldn't turn off. I would have you get an email 10 or 15 minutes. I do the 10-minute thing, pop-up 10-minute thing, and this is one I wouldn't turn off when you have a notification come up that you have an appointment. That's very important. So it's one I wouldn't change. All right. This, by far, is my favorite app for iPhone and Google. It's called Fantastical. Fantastical. It is fantastic. It is exactly what it is. So what it does, and I took a picture of it. So here's what it looks like with my calendar, and it has, of course, all the dots. And then all I have to do to it when I open it up, I click on the day, like I clicked on the 6th, and then I type in there AMM class 12 p.m. That's all I have to put in there, and it puts it exactly at 12 p.m. on Tuesday because that's the day I picked. Really super simple. No drop-down boxes, no scrolls, no nothing. Just if I put AM or PM, it's going to put it in there automatically. If I just put AMM class, it's going to just do all day. All right? You can, of course, go back and edit it or whatever, but it's just super cool. You get notifications. It hooks right to your Gmail calendar, which is even better. So if you're using Gmail, Fantastical hooks right to it, puts it right in your Google Calendar. Awesome sauce. All right? That's Vicky's word, awesome sauce. I like that word, though. Okay, a couple Gmail cool tricks to finish this thing up that I absolutely love, and then I'll answer some questions. So how to share your account with an assistant, virtual assistant, or whatever. I'm going to go live and show you this, but I have a picture of it as well. So go back to my inbox. Click on the little gear right here. Click on Settings, and hopefully that'll open up for us today. And then I will click on Accounts and Import, and I have this all mapped out, so you don't have to remember this. Accounts and Import, and then if you scroll down where it says Grant Access to Your Account, you click Add Another Account, like you see my virtual assistant here, and then my assistant here in my office. They both have access to my account, so if I'm gone or need something or whatever, they can help me. And then how it works is within 30 minutes, I think it's about 30 minutes, it'll show up in your inbox. So all your assistant has to do is click on the face of right here when you're logged in there to their Gmail. They have to have a Gmail account. And you'll notice I have access to Eddie Skinner's. I was helping him with his inbox and showing his assistant some stuff. So I have access to Eddie's email. It's a delegated, so it's a delegated account. So I can go in, look at his email, respond to his emails, delete his emails, archive his emails, stuff like that. Just so you know, I archived like 10,000 emails for him, so he wasn't really excited about that. But he had a white screen to look at, and he didn't have anything to do, so he had to go do something else. Kind of funny, right? All right, just joking. Okay, so I love that feature right there. So if you want to delegate your email, I'm telling you, it is the most freeing thing on planet Earth to give up your email. here's the cool part about that. He goes into, he does my social media too, and I would highly recommend making this part of your, I call it a revolution, not a resolution, because it needs to be a life-changing experience. So it's not a resolution, it's a revolution doing stuff like this, because it's just so freeing. The quality of life goes up, the coolness factor goes up, and it's just amazing what your life is, getting rid of some of this clutter in your life and not having to deal with it. You actually can go enjoy like the beautiful life that we have. So here's Y stamp. I use this for my signature. It gives you many different things, but the cool part is it actually puts my social media into my email. Here's I just opened up my email and wanted to show you mine. This is the profile that I picked. I actually did the paid version of this. I don't really know why, but I did. And so it's actually free. I think I got it right. Here's a couple. So anyway, here's my signature. Here's my little email, my social media icons. If they click on them, it takes them right to my Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. My phone number, email address, and address, so stuff like that. So to edit your Y stamp, it sits right in your Chrome. I think it works in Chrome and Firefox and Internet Explorer. But to edit your Y stamp, here's where you add all as many social media sites as you want. Here's your email apps if you want. Don't go crazy with it. You put in here what your Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter are, and then click apply, and then boom, it's going to show up for you right here in your email box. You can actually have two signatures within the Y stamp. It's pretty cool. Here's my old one that I had. I fancied it up a little bit, but it'll automatically appear. Here's one thing you do have to do though. You have to turn off your signature in Gmail, because it's going to it might put two of them there. So what you want to do is just go to the gear, settings, general, and then turn off no signature, because you're going to use the Y stamp automatic signature, okay? All right, so another fancy one that I love is Boomerang. Boomerang for Gmail, I'm sure you've all heard of it. If you're not using it, it's just kind of a must. So send an email later. Say that, I don't know, if you're like me and you're up at 2 a.m. in the morning after you watch Jimmy Fallon and you're just kind of hanging out and learning some stuff, watching some videos, and you want to send an email, and you don't want to think people are, people are like, man, if I send an email out, it's kind of freaky. Well, you can schedule it to go out later, like at 8 a.m. or 9 p.m. or whatever's realistic for them. So it's first in their inbox. I don't know if you guys know this, but 6 a.m. is like the #1 open time for emails. So 6 a.m. So if you show up around 6 a.m., the likelihood of your email being open first is very, very high. So just instead of 2 a.m., you might have a couple other ones, and it might be a little farther down. So I like to be right at the top. When somebody opens their inbox, 6 a.m., boom, I'm there. So you can do this with Boomerang. The best follow-up reminders: want a cleaner inbox, but don't want to lose track of important messages. Use Boomerang to take messages out of your inbox until you actually need them. Another way to take them out of there, just click the Boomerang button. I'll show you what that looks like right here. So if I go to inbox and I go to compose, and I want to, right here, Boomerang this email. So say I want to send this email to Vicki. I'm going to send an email to Vicki, but I don't want it to go out right now. I'm going to go Boomerang, and I want it to, oops, I got to accept it, I guess. Every time you reset your notifications, it kind of does this thing. Like if you clear your cache, it'll do that for you. So I'll Boomerang this, and I want to do 2 days, or whatever I want. I could do in an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, 2 days, 4 days, 1 week, do whatever. You can click a date and then confirm, and then it'll send the email whenever you want. Okay. Perfect. Love that. Love that feature. Let's see. A couple other cool things here for you. All right. Boomerang is free for 10 per month. If you only do 10 per month, it's free. $5 if you want to do unlimited, which is kind of a no-brainer if you use it. If you don't use it, then don't buy it, of course. All right. Here's how it works. I gave you pictures of everything, so you don't have to think about it. All right. Here is one thing that you have to do if you're using Gmail. This is kind of like a major. If you don't do it, shame on you. And I'm coming to your office, and I'm gonna unleash a can of whip ass on you. Okay. So here it is. When you click on settings, click on the gear, click on settings, and under your let's see, is it general? Yeah, general. Under the general tab, and I took a picture of this. See where it says send and archive? Show send and archive button. This used to be in the lab section, but they're like, man, everybody's using it, so we're going to put it here. Send and archive. So when I reply to an email, like say that I open up Smartsheet, and I reply, you'll notice that down here it's send plus archive. If you don't turn it on, it doesn't show, and you can't. If you just push send, it's going to leave it in your inbox, right? You don't want that. If you send an email, a lot of people go, oh, I got to keep it in my inbox because I got to check it. I got to make sure. No, get rid of it. If you want to do that, then put waiting on there, right? Add waiting to it, and then it'll go in your waiting folder, and just get it out of your way, because like it's just clutter. You're going to see it and go, oh, I haven't got a response, or I did get it, or I'm still waiting for it, and then next thing you know, at the end of the week, you got 1,000 of them sitting there, and you're like, oh my God, that's crazy, right? So send an archive, make sure it's on. It should, I think it defaults to being on right from the start, okay? All right, cool. From the current slide, all right? Here's the cool part. I don't know if you know this or not, but every once in a while, if you work with a company with a bunch of people, or maybe you're in a group setting type thing, and you get emails from, like, people, 20 people send it you, like, they copy 20 people on an email, like, hey, where are we going for lunch today? And, like, all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, you got 20 different responses. Here, this and that. You're like, okay, I gotta remove myself from this. Check this out. So all you do is click on the button. You're like, I'm tired of this chain of emails going back and forth. Click on More and click Mute. Then you won't see the chain anymore. It removes you from it. Gone out of your life. Yay, gone. All right, perfect. So it's just called the Mute button. Get rid of it. That's a cool one I like. Every once in a while I have to use that. I know I hate doing that, but I sometimes have to. Okay, my dear friend Pinky Shaw. Pinky shared a very cool addition to Google Calendar. I love her to death. She was so cool, and I kind of fought. I always fight people on stuff, and then all right, God, she got me on this one. So this is called assistant.to. Check this out. So, you know, remember when I said at the beginning of the call, I said, so, hey, you're going to send an email, and you're like, okay, what time works best for you on Wednesday? You're like, oh, boy, here we go. The chain of emails going back and forth for the next 5 minutes, right? So watch this. If I compose an email, assistant.to, and I say, all right, Pinky, I got you on this one. I'm going to email Pinky, and what time works best for you? Actually, I don't even have to do that. Watch this. I just talked to her. I always put from Scotty in there, and then I go, check this out. Down here, links, I need 30 minutes. It automatically sits right in this, and I'm using Chrome for all this. It sits right in your inbox. Location, I will call you. All right? Select times. Check this out. This is so cool. I love this. Pinky, thank you so much. So I go here, and it opens up to my calendar, okay? And say that I want to talk to her Thursday. So I'm going to like start at 10 a.m., and I'm going to drag all the way. I got all this time available, so I'm going to say, Pinky, pick one, okay? Any one of those times, but they're 30-minute increments. So I'm going to go insert times into email. Boom. Insert times into email, and guess what happens? I had some times open Wednesday still because nobody took them, and I have Thursday open from 10 to 10:30, 10:30, 11. It automatically throws that into my calendar, and it says, hey, please click on the time to instantly schedule a meeting with me. We will both receive calendar invites. If she says, you know what, none of these times work, show more times, and then she, well, of course, I don't know what happens then, but how cool is that? So you just pick times in your calendar that actually work, that you can send in an email, they pick one, and the cool part is you get a notification when they pick one and what time it was, automatically goes to your calendar, and then they confirm it. Done. There's no playing back and forth over and over and over again. It's just done. So I'm not going to send it to her, of course. She'd be like, what the heck are you talking about? All right, so that's so cool there. I love, love, love that. And all right, so now I'm going to go to questions, if anybody has any. And, of course, if you are joining. Hey, Lindsay, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Hey, just wondering if I got to go to anybody's office to open up any cans of Whip Ass right now. I mean, I'm ready to go. The car's running. It's warm.
Yes, right now.
Okay, all right. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, you know what? Lindsay, I forgot the most important trick that I promised I would share with people. All right, so say you got, and I know some of you on this call do. Let me just refresh this because it's not showing right. It always does this on webinars. So you're going to take every single email you have from 2014 and beyond, probably years ago, and you're going to set up a label. Check this. And I'm just going to click on this one. And I'm going to go to labels. There's a couple different ways you can do that. I'll show you this one. So I'm going to go create, whoops, whoa, little Google thing came up there. Sorry about that. I'm going to go create new label, and this label is going to be, guess what? 2014 emails. Email archive. All right? I'm going to click create. All right? There's the first step. I created a label called 2014 email archive. Then I'm going to come up here, and I can't, let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can make this work. If you have a lot of emails, watch, this is what happens. If I click on all, it's going to, I only have 148,891 conversations in email, so not bad. See, like I literally have not deleted an email, Lindsay, in like years, and that's pretty obvious that I haven't. So I'm going to go archive all. This little thing's going to show up. I'm going to click it, and guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to add them to the 2014 email archive, and I'm going to click apply. Guess what it's going to do? It's going to archive them into the 2014, right there. If I click that and I click archive, guess where it's going? It's literally going to remove all of them, 148,891 emails, and put them into my 2014 archive and beyond, whatever it is. You could do this for 13, 12. I mean, you really can't do it for 13. I guess you could, but it'd take a lot of work. But just do it. Just get them out of there, and they're going to go into your archive button. And, of course, you can click on the all button and find them, or you can still search for them in the Google Calendar search, and you can find anything and everything you've ever sent or received in email. All right? Holy smokes, 148,000 emails. Not bad, right? All right, questions? Lindsay, were you there?
Sorry, I am here. Let's see, I did organize them, but we got a ton of new ones. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So let's go to the beginning. All right. Okay, so where does Gmail put them when Gmail puts in your contacts? So I guess when you said how Gmail saves all your contacts, where does it go?
Yep, so if you open up your email right here, and they've kind of streamlined this a little bit, so if you click on the Gmail right here and you click on contacts, what it does is it throws them, and it may take, like it might not be instant, but when you send an email, receive an email, it's automatically going to throw them into your contacts in here. That's why some of these emails don't have names by them, because they're literally just emails that I never have communicated with the person, but they're there. So it throws them into your contacts within Gmail, and right up here is how to get there.
Perfect.
Right.
Okay, so the next one, when do you empty the trash bin? I know 30 days old are automatically deleted, but I'm now getting a message that I need to buy more storage from all of the saved emails.
Yeah, so check this out. So if you need more storage, you click on the gear up here. I would highly recommend, I don't know, it's just, I'm kind of a freak about, I don't know, do I need 148,000 emails? But no. But, man, if I ever want to recall anything from the last, I don't know, 10 years of my life, I can do it. And I got a contact database and all that stuff. So if I click on the gear, click on settings, over, I believe in the accounts and import under here, where you actually share with other people, down here it says you're currently using 13 gig of 36 gig. So I'm going to purchase additional storage. Check this out, how cheap this is. So I'm using 13 of 36, but if I want the legacy plan, it's 20 gig for $5 a year. $5 a year. Check that out, Lindsay. 100 gig is $2 a month. So 24, let's see, 24, I don't know, somewhere, I'm not real good at math, but cheap per year for 100 gig of storage. Now that includes Google Drive, Gmail, and Google Photos. So like you can store anything and everything under one roof and be good to go. All right, so I would not delete stuff. Vicki lost a bunch of stuff, and so yeah, I would not delete stuff. I would add storage. It's so cheap. It's $5 for the whole year for 20 gig. So you get 7.5 gig, I think, free. So.
Huh. Very good. I didn't know you could do that. That's really cheap. Okay, so regarding folders and sensitive material, what about Zillow, Trulia, and Realtor.com leads, which are time sensitive because whoever responds first wins? So how do you delegate or put them in what folders?
Yeah, so one of two ways you could do it. One is you could do it yourself. Two, you could automatically, so like say for example, let me just say that I have a team of people that manage my leads through any one of those lead sources. So when they come in, I want them to go to Tom, Sheila, Karen, whatever, and say that this is a lead source that I want to go to, like say this is a lead, I'm just pretending. So what I would do is set up a filter that automatically sent this email or any lead from Zillow, Trulia, or whatever to those 3 people so that one of somebody was getting them all the time. And then you would just have to play the communication game of who is actually calling them and how fast. And I guess if 2 people called, it wouldn't be a bad thing, right? But somebody's calling, or maybe today from 12 to 4, you get all the leads because you're going to be sitting there, or you have time to take the, make the calls. So you could delegate it that way, and it's really easy to do. So you click the box, click on More, click on Filter Message like this, click on Create Filter, and then if you just go forward to, now you still get the email. You don't lose the email. So you go forward to, and I would just pick somebody to forward it to, and then, or you could add a forwarding address, and then they just have to confirm. They would just have to approve you forwarding emails, and then automatically it would forward that email when it came in to the person you want it to go to. That would be my recommendation to manage leads coming in, because they are time sensitive. They say the faster you call them back, the better. I would say within the first couple minutes is going to be your best bet, for sure. All right.
Very good. Okay. So the next one is, can you tell us again how to get the labels, colored labels done, and how to actually show the folders regarding,
Yep.
under settings?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great question. So when you're first setting up your labels, you click on the little gear button over on the right. Click on Settings. I need a drink of water here real quick. Sorry. And then you're going to notice a button right here called Labels. Right here. Now, I have a bunch of labels because when I first started using Gmail, I set up a label for everything, and I just haven't taken the time to go through and delete them. So what I'm going to do is scroll down to where it says Labels. I'm going to click Create New Label, and I'm going to just click on Reply Demo, and then click Create. All right? And then what you'll do is you'll scroll up to the labels. Just scroll up here a little bit, because it's not going to show. Or you could scroll, like if I click on More, and I go down to Reply Demo, it's going to be alphabetical order, which is kind of nice. So I'm going to scroll down to Reply Demo. Where is it at? Reply Demo right there. See it right there? And then I'm going to click on the little, it's kind of hidden. If I don't hold my mouse over it, it's gone. So if I click on that, I want to make sure it says Show if Unread. So I'm going to click Show. And now it's going to be at the very top. If you don't have any labels, you won't have any of this, so that'll be kind of nice for you. And now it's the reply demo is there, and the little arrow shows up, and then I can label the color. And maybe I would do the Zillow, Trulia, and all those leads. I would do it green for money, and then it shows up green, so And then when it comes in, you can slide them over to you can slide them over, and then you can see really quickly that it. Oops, I chose the wrong one. Sorry. Green. All right. So now it shows up green, and you can really quickly. I like the color code because then you can color code them and really quickly go through your emails and go, oh, boom. And you can automatically throw your Zillow, Trulia, and stuff leads into a label which color codes them, so you could open your inbox and go, ooh, I got 5 leads because they're all green and color coded. Boom, I got 5 money leads. And go to them real quick, and that's all you do, and then you get out and let somebody else manage the rest or something like that, So you can get, you can get really creative with this. If you want to remove it after it's done, just click on the little X button. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just there still in your inbox. It just removes it from the reply demo, which is, of course, there's only one email there now. So does that help?
Absolutely. I think I have
All
one
right.
more if we run out of time.
Okay.
Where did it go?
Oh,
go ahead.
Can I cover this one? So like Howard says, thanks for being here, Howard. So he says, how do I view archived emails? So one way to do it, the best way to do it would be to search whatever email you're looking for from whoever. But if you want to look at all you do is click the little More button, and then you could have your All button show, but you just click on All, and it's every email that's ever been sent to you in your system. And you'll notice that it only shows 50 of 148,000. So you could, of course, see them all there. That's every email that's ever been sent to me. I literally don't. The only ones I delete are the true spam. Those are the only ones I delete. So. And of course, some of the spam get through, and they're still in my inbox as well. But
yeah.
All right. What question do you have?
The last one I have before we run out of time is, can you go over the mobile app calendar one more time? The mobile. Yeah.
The mobile app calendar. Yeah, the Fantastical. So
yes.
Fantastical is really cool. So you have to go download it. Try it out. I think it's there is a cost to it. I don't remember what it is, but the Fantastical app, I love it. And the cool part about it is, and I wish I could show my screen, my phone, but this is exactly what it looks like on my phone right here. So you click on the day, and it opens up a bot like this little click on a day, and then you just click add. So this little add button right here, and then you type in whatever it is, like I'll meet with Lindsay at 2 p.m. Boom! It puts it into the 2 p.m. makes it an hour-long appointment, and it's done. And it hooks. When you first sign in, it's going to ask you what calendar you want to sync up, and it syncs with your Google Calendar. It's pretty cool. So it's called Fantastical. Right there, Fantastical. Fantastical. Cool. Anything else?
Any more that are answered? No, I think we answered the majority of them, at least for the time we have. Okay, I think we're all set.
So here's Dave. I'm going to answer one more. So I have a business domain for email using Outlook. What is the best way to transition to Gmail? I would there's a way, man, I have and I'll post this on the Agent Mastermind group. There's a way to export everything you have out of Outlook and import it into your Gmail. What I would do, Dave, probably is get a Gmail address, and there's a way to have a business your email inside Gmail, and that you can do it through POP3, or you can do it a couple different ways. So I would, if you have a tech department, or go to Fiverr, maybe Fiverr, and ask somebody to help you, or maybe somebody that's tech in your area. Because you can add business, you can add whatever email you want. You could add your .com email to Gmail if you want to, and send and receive from it. That's one thing that I forgot to show, Lindsay, is how to send and receive from different emails. Let me just show that really quick. So if I wanted to compose an email, and I want to send from different emails, see this where it says from right here? Well, I've added a couple different emails that I can send from. One is ScottyBud23, one is support at Agent Mastermind, follow my clients, mobile marketing. So I can send from any one of those emails. Now, here's the cool part. All you do is click on the gear, settings, and you might want to have a tech person help you with this. It's not hard, but it's not going to hurt anything. But if you go to accounts and import, underneath there it says send mail as, and you can add whatever you want. So you just add another mail address you own. So you just got to confirm that you own that email, and you can send from that email, and it'll of course go wherever you want it to come. And then reply from same address the message was sent from. So that's one way. It's a little more complicated to add a business email. It's not that hard, but I would probably get with the tech person. You can import right here, now that I'm looking at it, import mail and contacts from your Yahoo, Hotmail, AOL, and webmail and POP3 accounts. But I would first, Dave, I would probably concentrate on getting your contacts out of Outlook and then switching to Gmail that way and kind of get used to it maybe. It's going to be a little different at first, being that it does have the conversation view. But, man, I'm telling you, once you get used to that conversation view, it's amazing. But if you do want to turn the conversation view off in Gmail, a lot of people hate it. You just click the off button, and now it's just individual emails going back and forth. There's no conversation view. All right? All right, my friends. Big announcement. Next week, we have a good friend of mine going to be on doing the YouTube class. So if you've ever wanted to know about YouTube, this guy is the YouTube master. He's going to be on class with us next week to talk about YouTube. It's been a long time since we've had anybody on about YouTube. So I can't wait. I know I'm going to learn some stuff. I'm a huge video guy. If you're into video or want to know more about YouTube and how to use it in your real estate business, don't miss next week. Get with a loan professional that sent you here to get a copy of this. And if you're joining us for the first time, go to facebook.com/groups/Agent Mastermind, and we would love to answer any questions you might have. It's a 12,625. I took it last night and growing, and I just really appreciate all the interaction and engagement that you guys provide in helping other agents to grow their business in 2014 and 15. So appreciate everybody. Lindsay, thank you so much for being here with me.
Not a problem.
And we'll see you same time, same place on Agent Mastermind. Take care, everybody. Be safe. And again, Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.